Okie dokie. We are live for. Oops, I gotta change that. There. Didn't realize that was that way. All right, fix that anyway. So we have to do days 14 through 22. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's been a lot of hell lately at work, which so I haven't been around, so that has sucked. And then we're really busy with the kids and anniversary and all sorts of fun stuff lately. So anyway, we're gonna just jump into day 14 because, like I said, we got lots of days to go, so it's all good. Let's see here. So I have no idea if anyone else is going to join us. They might not. I don't know if Ben's around or if Steve's around or whoever. But, it's all good. And it may just be a few people this evening. I know the Bourbon Junkies are on too, but not that this really conflicts with them. This is just for the Advent fun. So it doesn't really make any difference to me. See who else is around here. Hey, Spencer, how's it going? Woo, we got 2. Yay. I'm sure it's probably Tom's the other one, probably. All right, let's see here. Let's see if Ben's around by chance. I don't know if he is or not. Let's see here. Where's Ben? There's Ben. Let's see if he's around. War stream. If not, no big deal. We'll just do this on my own. Either way, it's all good. Hello, Bernie. How's it going? All right, so let's see what we think here of day 14. It's kind of subtle, which is kind of surprising. That's an interesting note on. I don't know what that is. Okay. Not really quite sure. This is a different. It's not like peated. It's more like smoked. Hey, Steve, did you want to join in here? It's up to you. It's interesting. Trying to get this thing to open up. It's not really giving me a tremendous amount of no's here. All right. Huh. I don't think this is a bourbon. All right, cool. We'll see you here in a minute, Steve. At least not from the nose. This isn't smell. It's certainly not a regular one. I'll see if we can taste this. Not really quite sure what the hell that is. Maybe an American single malt of some kind? Doesn't taste like Scotch. Doesn't taste like Irish. I don't know what that is. That is. It's really grassy and like meadow-like. It's very interesting. But really strange at the same time by not being something that is normal. Hey, Eric W., thank you very much. Cheers to you too. We appreciate it. Thank you very much, Eric. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, hopefully when all this crap ends, we can hang out at one point in time. Yeah, Spencer, that's not. Yeah, says might not say familiar and not yet not all the same. Yeah, it's weird. It's also got like this peanut oil to it. So it's a really strange one. I really don't know what the heck this is. This is not like other things that usually, most whiskeys have. At least you can kind of get it. I'm thinking it's some kind of weird malt, maybe an American. That's the only thing I come up with. But also has like a medicinal quality to it. I mean, it's not quite peat, but it's almost got like almost like a gasoline tang to it. That is, I don't know. That's interesting. Pour a little bit more. Hey, Colin, how's it going? Oh, absolutely, Colin. Under that, definitely. Oh, good. Ben's going to join. Hey, Ben, how's it going?
Hey, Matt. Hold on 1 second.
So
It's over there.
Get the volume
Maybe.
turned up here. All
Can you
right.
hear me?
I can now. I had my volume down.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we're good now. Yeah, so this 14 this is really unique. Trying to figure out what the hell this is.
Hopefully that works. There we
I don't know
go.
if this one just is
For number 14, I gotta remember what the hell this is.
Yeah, if you can find a stag, George T. Stag for under 200, you should definitely buy it. That's for sure. It's just this got a lot of really interesting but different notes. I'm just really not quite sure what the hell to think of it. Yeah, it's like, seriously, it's like nutty gasoline. This is bizarre. The boss gave me a bottle of Elijah Craig's Haunch and a low ball that says, "This is me being awesome for a Christmas gift today." That works, Jason. That's always a nice gift. Young Edradour? Oh, I don't know. I didn't think about that. I haven't thought about Edradour in a long time. I have like 4 or 5 of them. Just almost never drink them because I forget I have them. But I forget I have lots of things. Happens on a frequent basis. Like, oh, cool.
Ecuador's Diageo, right?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure it's all Diageo. I mean, I know it's its own distillery, but I'm pretty sure it's owned by Diageo, and they were releasing a lot of stuff like between 7 and 12 years old.
Yeah, there's all those single casks that they have tons of, and usually they're really good.
Oh yeah.
I'll grab Steve here too. Hey, Steve, how's it going?
I'm doing okay.
I guess I'm gonna have to do the reveal because I don't know.
So you were saying you were asking about Edradour?
Yeah, that's what Ben was asking.
Signatory owns Edradour.
Signatory? Okay, so Diageo then.
Oh, okay.
I didn't realize Signatory was Diageo.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say you're wrong.
Okay.
But I do know that Edradour is Signatory now, to the point that because I've got like the Balakin Signatory, and I started tracing through that, is that Balakin is Edradour, but peated.
Right. Yeah.
But they're also owned by Signatory.
14 is a really good single malt. Well, it's not a single malt, but it's a really good malt.
Okay, so I was right on the malt. Okay, so I haven't looked at what it is yet. I was like, it's got to be some kind of malt, but I didn't know if it was maybe American or something. It's very different, but it's got like I said, it's got like this peanut buttery, peanut oil gasoline flavor to it. It's very different. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, where the hell is that?
Give me a moment here. I can get you the.
Oh yeah, you can just put the thing. Let's just have you do that. That's more fun anyway. You put the bottle on the screen. I'll just wait for Steve to do it then. That works for me.
When I bought this, I was really excited about it. I'm excited for the project the whole company's doing.
Okay.
But I am kind of mad that it sold out within 3 days and it's back on their website. And there was supposed to be a limited run of 3,000 bottles.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know if they just shut it down because they didn't want everything to sell out.
Okay.
But I'm excited for what they're doing. I just don't know how genuine they are about bottle amounts.
This is the Lost Lantern. Okay, so that explains the American single malt, not why I got a bunch of weird notes. It's because I know it's a combination. So what distilleries are in this again?
You got Balcones, Westward up in Portland.
Okay.
See if I can get this.
Yeah, because so at least I wasn't crazy. That's good. So
yeah, Copperworks and Santa Fe Spirits, 888 Virginia Distillery, and Westward. I've only heard of Westward and Balcones. I've never heard of Copperworks. I've heard of Virginia Distillery Co. too, but I've never had anything from them. But it's pretty good. I mean, I will say they're doing shipping to almost every state. I think they're not shipping to like 2 states. I'm pretty sure it's completely illegal though. because when you email them, they kind of say, "Oh yeah, we're based in DC," yet it's a PO box. It's not an actual facility.
Nice.
So get it while you can. I don't think anyone's going to make a fuss about it, but they're definitely bending the rules a lot to get bottles to people, which I don't mind.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever. I mean, it's funny. We had a Psalm talk the other night, and Daniel was on there talking about this. That basically all shipping of alcohol in this country is illegal. Doesn't matter what bullshit stories they've been giving. That it's all illegal. Just nobody really cares. As far as from the big companies that are shipping all over the country, it's like, oh, that's nice. They say it's a bunch of stuff, but technically it's illegal. But why bother going after them? Because it's pointless.
Well, unless you're shipping hundreds of millions of dollars of booze,
right?
You're not on anyone's federal radar. You don't. It doesn't matter. Or if you're not paying taxes. If you're not paying taxes on things, that's when the IRS.
They will.
Right, definitely.
They will screw you up for that. Just ask Al Capone.
Well, that's how the Secret Spirits Company got busted.
Yeah, they were
driving things down from
any taxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a smooth move on their part.
Yeah. If they were driving things down across the border, which was illegal, but they got caught by not paying any taxes. Like, if they paid Idaho taxes and federal taxes, no one would have cared.
So stupid. It's like, oh, look, there's a warehouse full of alcohol. Oh, hi, I'm an FBI agent. Now you're fucked.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yes, it's exactly. You're right. As long as the government gets their share, I don't think they really give a shit. That's more or less how it works.
Yeah.
It's like, you means you didn't pay off the right people is what it sounds like. All right, so that's the Lost Lander. Okay, so I wanted to try that one anyway. So that's a really different. It's good, but weird. I think I need to spend more time with that, but like let it sit in the glass and open up for a while. That's definitely different.
I like their idea of what they're doing, making vatted malts or blends of American malts. And they're doing a lot of independent bottlings of American malts, too.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I guess Barrel's got stuff like that, too. You take about like that vatted malt they did, that I actually liked a lot.
Yeah. The one thing that Lost Lantern's really doing is independent bottlings. So, like, Barrel, it'll be all under the Barrel name, but for Lost Lantern, their projection in the next 5 years is picking just craft distilleries and doing a national release on their website.
Because I know the Iron Root release. I know a few weeks ago. Yeah,
I can see it working, but I also can see that people on the West Coast know distilleries on the West Coast, but people on the East Coast will never have heard of these. So if you're going to take a chance at $130, $150 bottle when you've never heard of a distillery before,
it's a little hard.
Yeah, which is, I bought this one for the calendar because it was for the calendar. I probably would have not bought this for myself at 130.
Yeah, I could see that. Especially when you have no idea what it's going to taste like.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 6. Once with distillers, you don't even know. That's the even crazier part. It's like, well, here are these ones that no one's even heard of. I mean, I wonder how big those other distillers are. If they're little tiny ones or what.
I can say on their marketing side, they heavily marketed that there's Balcones in there because that was something that they knew. I know Santa Fe is pretty much the same size of probably a MKT in here in Texas. I mean, you've been to that one, Matt. I don't know. It's big enough that they can do regional distribution in New Mexico, but I don't think it goes outside of New Mexico, Arizona, Colorado. I know it's not in California.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Happens. Yes, I have Coke. I have tried the Glenmore 12 Malaga, or the hell that wine cask is. It's freaking awesome though. But you're right, it's not expensive. It's like $80 and it's really good. If you guys haven't tried that one, that one's fantastic.
I haven't seen that one yet. Actually just stumbled into a pair of bottles of the old Quinta Ruban.
Oh, the old 12-year?
Yep, the old 12-year for $50 each.
That'll work.
The store had 2. I left and the store had none. Because that price for Quinta Ruban, oh yeah.
Yes. Okay, so what'd you get? Dramban scored a bottle of Amaru X Bourbon, Victory, Texas pick. Very cool. I have no idea what Victory. I assume it's some kind of bourbon or whiskey club of some sort. I've never heard of them, but doesn't mean anything. All that matters is you got an Amroot and a rum cast, and it's probably good. Haven't had that one. Would like to try it. I'm sure at some point I probably will. Okay, press this. All right, so let's see what we think of this. So we're moving on to day 15. See what we think here. Okay. This is super oily and buttery. What's going on in this one? And he's gonna make all of them because a lot of these are ones I actually haven't had at this point, so it's all playing games. Ooh. What you got in the fancy box?
Oh,
$35. Holy
oh, that's a good one.
Aha, Barry Crockett, nice.
Oh, is that the one you got at Mirage?
Yeah. And I opened it up Saturday, I think, last week.
Okay.
And this is phenomenal. This rivals the 24 Tealings that I had.
Yeah. The Barry Crockett's are always really. Is that the first time you ever had Barry Crockett when you opened it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got an older one than that one, but it's really, really good.
I will say that if Barry Crockett's this good and the Dare Gaelic that I had was fantastic, a lot of the older Middletons, they're for the price, they're good. I think I'd take this over the Redbreast 27, in all honesty.
I agree. We're going to do a show that's like all the best Irish we've ever had, put them all together and blind them. But I'm pretty confident that Dare Gaelic's going to win. I'm not really that worried about it.
The question is, which Dare Gaelic?
I still think it's going to be Grinnell's Wood because that tree one is just freaking magical.
But you see where I'm going here is that the Bluebell 4, Grinnell's Wood, Knockrath. Yeah. You know, what do you go with?
Yeah, I think Grinnell's Wood of all three, but I think no matter what, I think they're all going to end up beating the Redbreast 27. But we'll see.
Right.
We'll try it blind and we'll find out. I've got Tree 1 of Grinnell's Wood, Tree 4 of Bluebell Forest, and Tree 2 of Knockrath. The review for Knockrath Forest will be out in the next couple of weeks. We filmed it Sunday, so it'll be out soon.
Are the trees that different, or is it just mainly, kind of similar within 20% difference?
I think, it's more like that. I think they're similar and different. It's probably like 10-15% difference. I think it'd be fun to have different ones, obviously, but there's also an expensive way to get different ones.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather just have friends have one and you all just exchange samples of different trees. I think that'd be better.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm. Redbreast 15 is good. Yeah, I'm especially like the new cash strain for Redbreast 12. I'm really not that impressed with. I was very disappointed in that bottle. I'm like, it seems like it's getting younger. I know 12 is obviously the minimum, but it must be a lot of 12 and nothing really older.
The
older ones so much better.
You wonder how much 14 and 15 and 16 year was in the old lens.
Yep.
That's now down to 12 and 13 and 14 year replacement.
Yeah. It doesn't need that anywhere near the tropical fruits or the oiliness of the old ones, so they're disappointing. Ooh, you can get 3, 4, and 5. Well, I heard 5 when I haven't had 5, but what I've read 5 is supposed to be the best one. So if you can get 5 for 3, buy the 5 if you can get them. You might as well.
Yeah.
Or buy all 3 if you can afford it. I mean, then you find out yourself which one's the best.
Ooh, non-age statement to small batch. Interesting, though. Mm-hmm. I'm also thinking that the cask they're using were once first fill, and now we're going on the second, third fill. So
that wouldn't surprise me either.
That's also part of it. See, I don't know. I haven't seen a non-age stated cask strength yet from Redbreast. I've seen the new packaging, but though they've focused on the cask strength part, but it still says 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're not going to see it until it'll hit the UK and Europe first, and then it'll hit us about a year later.
Right. All right. So this is got to be some other kind of malt, I'm guessing.
Oh, he's saying they're doing that soon. Oh, okay.
I don't know what.
Okay, so also, did you move on to 15?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready.
15 is interesting. I'm thinking a lot of people will like this once they find out what it is, because it's something that I didn't even think I was going to be able to
It's
try.
good. Whatever it is good. It's
Mhm.
I like these because these are really unique and different whiskeys. A lot of these.
Do I have the right 15 up?
Well, if it's a TTB label, that means it's coming for 2021. So that's not good.
So this is 15. Good.
Gotta be a higher strength.
16's ready to go.
Maybe low 100s. My guess.
18.
Still a lot of cinnamon, which also can sometimes be a marker of it as well.
Oh, that's why.
Oh, Jason. You don't like Red Breast at all, Jason.
I probably messed up. Okay.
Well, next time you get a chance to come down here for passing through or whatever, we have to solve that problem, Jason, because that's not good. It's so many magical Irish whiskeys that are older. The younger stuff, no, I agree. I wouldn't buy those. They're generally not good. Hey, did you guys get any more of the Method of Madness?
In Texas, like Austin area, I haven't seen any new ones.
Just 2 more. There's a single grain, and then there's the hell's the other one that's come. I'll look in a little bit. I'll figure out what they are. Hey, yo, Jimbo.
There's the chestnut cask, and then the wine cask finish, and then there wasn't just another single malt. I thought.
Yeah, there's something. I don't know. I'll have to look. I'll figure it out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Mark. Yes. You can definitely.
I'm just happy that we finally get them in the U.S. I mean,
finally, right?
Yeah.
This must have some kind of a different. Either it's got a finish on it or it's got something else. This is oily and malty, like toasted cereal. But it's got this other. There's something else there. It's not. I don't think it's a sherry. I don't think it's a port or anything. It's almost like a peat, like a really faint peat, maybe, but not quite. It's more like a smoke than a peat. Oh, there's a lighter looking John's Lane. That's not. I don't want to hear that.
Is that what you're talking about?
Hopefully not.
Because
that looks good to me.
Yeah. I mean, I found this. There was a new one with a tin, and then there was one with the old.
Because I have the one you have, the old one in the box. Yeah.
Yeah. The price jumped up about. I don't know. I think I got this one at 50, and the other one was like 65, 70. So.
Yeah, it could be worse, I guess. All right, Steve, what is this thing?
Well, from what I see on the spoilers.
Oh, it's this Glenelg. Oh, so I was right. It was the higher proof, and it's a malt.
That's the Ralphie bottle.
It's the Ralphie
one. Very cool. Yeah.
Really?
Interesting. I want to try some of the other Glenelg stuff because I only had, I guess, that one now. Didn't you bring that one here, Ben? Did we try that when you were here last time? That one?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I bought this and then I put it on the calendar. Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah, this one, and I've had the 12. I think I tried a mini bottle that Pete brought over of the 10, of the regular 10.
Oh, the cast strength 10 is really good, though.
I haven't tried that. This was a regular 10. It was kind of meh. I don't know. I do know with the 12, it took a ton of time to be open for it to really open up. It took a few months, and it got a lot better. So this was good. I do wonder if they finished these and some things that they would be a little bit better.
Well, I mean, this one's an Oloroso punch-in. The one for the UK and Europe was a port cask.
Okay. So this does have Oloroso.
Okay.
So that's what it is. So it is a little bit. It must be a really light sherry then. Far as, I didn't get like a massive. It was like there's something there, but I wasn't sure what it was. Okay, so it is sherry.
I don't. Right.
It's really light, faint. You want to get Gin Swami? All right, let me send it to you.
Yeah, when you buy something like this and you see Ralphie on it, it's going to be an instant like, oh, everyone's going to like it because it's Ralphie. But I'm kind of disappointed in this because I've had
okay, you're thinking what I was saying. I was like, I hate to say this. I mean, it's good, but it's not great. And I thought it'd be like great.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he also didn't pick it. The what's his face?
Billy Walker.
Yeah, Billy Walker picked it. So and they're redoing their entire lineup for the U.S. and we're finally getting all the bottles.
Okay.
So they kind of want to put more emphasis on that. So
there,
but it's $100 specs. It's not bad.
It's not bad. It's just, I guess. So at least I got the proof. Got that it's got some kind of funky thing on it. And I'll let Swami go. Canada go. Hey, Swami, how's it going?
Watching the World Juniors. USA against Finland right now.
Okay.
Where are we playing tonight?
No, we're not playing tonight, but I'm just happy to see fucking. I'm just happy to watch hockey, man.
I don't live in Kazakhstan.
You're close.
I live in the U.S. Who did?
Oh,
I knew USA was playing a exhibition game, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, they're playing against Finland.
Finland. That's who it was.
Yeah. But I'm watching the recording because my wife was home and I couldn't watch it live because women in sports, you know. But anyway, so I recorded. I'm watching it now.
That works.
And yes, I'm glad that hockey is back as well.
Oh fuck yeah!
So I gotta wait till the 13th though. I mean, I like World Juniors, but I'll take the NHL.
I honestly like the World Juniors is fun because I'm an Ottawa Senators fan, so we got a lot of our prospects playing in there. So it's a lot of fun. Yeah, Jake Sanderson's playing in the U.S. He's our guy that we grabbed this year after Tim Stutzla, and we got Tim Stutzla playing in Germany. And we got Gerventi and a few. Anyways, I'll stop talking about hockey. You guys are whiskey, so go ahead.
For the I'm a college hockey fan, so half of the U.S. defensive core is from
Ottawa Senators.
Minnesota.
Yeah, and they're all on Ottawa Senators. They're all.
Oh really?
North Dakota. Like the entire North Dakota team is all like from the defensive end plus Shane Pinto. They're all Ottawa Senator prospects. So.
Yeah, I'd have to look at who the three Gopher defensemen are for in terms of who holds their rights. But
Minnesota or Duluth?
Minnesota.
Okay.
Don't get me started, son.
Dude.
Well, without getting into it, Ottawa's building up. Most of their team seems to be from the U.S. junior program. So we got Matthew Tkachuk, we got like Norris, Brown. Pretty much everybody from the U.S. Junior teams are being drafted by Ottawa the last couple of years. So
you're working on 16 now, there, Matt?
Yeah.
So how's everybody?
Must be another cash drink.
So what's everybody drinking?
I have no idea yet. I'm doing a blind advent calendar, so I don't know yet.
Barry Crockett.
I know what I'm drinking, but it's from later in the calendar, so I'm not going to say.
Yeah, I'll wait till then.
You on what, 22?
I am on day 21, and having brought up with the picture, as I'm very surprised by how light this is.
I'm gonna pour myself a tiny dram to drink with you guys.
Eric, I might be in Texas, but I grew up in Pittsburgh. I do know hockey.
All you got to do is look at Ben's picture on Facebook.
Yeah.
Or
should I pour Black Arts or should I pour Elijah Craig Barrel Proof?
Yeah,
Black Art.
I got the old school grenade bottle of.
Is that one of the old ECPs?
This is the last. It's the last one from these bottles.
Oh, dude, that one's awesome. Pour that.
I got the 136.
Yeah, it's the 136. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've got the 139, and oh my god, it's fucking amazing.
If you ever look at the
this was a gift. This was a gift. This was a gift
on Facebook or in Discord. Yeah. Penguins jersey.
Yeah, this was a gift from Scott when I was did my Route 66 trip.
Nice.
Yeah.
We know hockey in Texas. We've got lots of hockey teams here.
Yeah, you got the Dallas Stars.
You got the Star. Well, plus we have tremendous amount of junior hockey. Like seriously, 7 minutes from my house, we have one of the best teams in junior hockey. And they're freaking awesome. I love to go to watch them play because you can sit on the glass for $25. So And you can get Macallan a 12 for a double for $9, so you can't beat it.
Okay,
It works
yeah,
out.
it's my kind of hockey game.
Yeah,
So-
and I get Weller special reserve doubles are $6. I mean, it works out great.
Did you do Elijah Craig or Stagg Jr. batch 12?
Ooh.
Well, so they're both kind of not something that you can get anymore. I mean, not that Elijah Craig barrel proof.
Yeah.
Oh,
this is good.
Whichever one you feel like, because they're both really damn good.
Yeah. But my thing is like Elijah Craig barrel proof for the price. I mean, this was a $50 bottle when I bought it.
Oh, absolutely.
And still for $65, like you can't beat that because you can find them on the shelves. Stag a little bit.
Yeah.
I could go to a Total Wine in town right now, I think, and there's still some C920 on the shelves.
Yeah.
There's not a lot left anymore. It's just
we still even gotten the C's here yet.
But that's after I already got 2 or maybe 3 bottles of that. I don't remember.
Really? Because the C's hit here in Austin. Wow, God, about a month ago.
Whatever reason, we get shit here really late from Elijah Craig and from Larson. Super late.
By the way, the comment I made yesterday on your channel got such good feedback that I've been talking to my T-shirt guy, and we're going to put it on a T-shirt.
Okay.
The Texas whiskey is just bourbon that owns an AR-15.
Yeah, I think that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
It would be a great T-shirt, though. I'd have to agree with you.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes.
Whatever this is, this smells really good. This has definitely got some kind of finish on it.
Yep.
Maybe a port finish?
Don't think so.
No.
APX. It's got to be sweeter. Maybe a PX then.
Glengoyne 15 is not my style. I don't like it. I see Eric Edmondson's drinking Glengoyne 15. I love the 12-year-old. I love the 10. I love the 18. I've had the 21 once, which was good. I would really like to try the 25 and the 30, but 15 is the only one I don't like, I think.
All right, that's definitely sherry. Never mind. Once you get to the taste. Alrighty then. That's a lot of sherry.
I've never tried the 25. I've always wanted to.
Me too. I've wanted to. It doesn't sell in Quebec. We get the 21, and then the 30 is just a little, especially now that I'm not drinking really anymore. So I'm not buying, but it was always just a little out of my price range. I never wanted to spend $500 on a bottle. So
I can't blame you there.
Yeah, the 30's $500. I don't want to spend that. So I was like, no. My limit when I was buying whiskey was $300 was my max. Is what I'd go on a bottle. Anything more, I wouldn't do unless it's like splitting with friends. So it's like $300 each or something like that.
Yeah.
But,
how much would you Black Art then? Because Black Art here's like $300 on a
deal. The Black Art's $350, but I get it from a place in Alberta, which I'm not supposed to talk about. But I get it from a place in Alberta. It usually sells for about $300. I don't mind. Like the Black Art was always one that I really liked. But I haven't liked the Black Art for about 2 years now. It's not that I don't like it, but the 6.1 and the 7.1 were both so disappointing that I was just like, whatever. They're good, but it's basically port and sherry cask whiskeys that are just like, and now that they don't make it at cask strength anymore, I just, fuck it. I don't really care about it anymore. It's really, I don't like what Brooke Laddie, I don't like the direction Brooke Laddie and Adam Hannett are going. I was a big Brooke Laddie booster when I was drinking whiskey. Like I love Brooke. I used to talk so much about PC5 and PC7 as my favorite all-time whiskeys of all time there. But I don't know. Just I'm not super happy with the direction Brooke Laddie's going. I know there's a lot of Brooke Laddie fanboys out there that are gonna get all fucking up in arms and get your little panties in a twist. I don't really care. You guys can get pissed all you want. It's not as good as it used to be. Brooke Laddie just doesn't produce the stuff that they did before. It's just not the same. It's
that's totally true.
Yeah, it's overpriced. It's not that it's bad. It's just overpriced and not that great anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I know for a fact the 6, 7, 8 Black Arts were all in the same type of casks.
Yeah, it's all port cask.
Tell you that, but they kind of tell you that if you ask about it.
Well, if you've ever drank, me and Matt have talked about it. If you've ever drank a good Fino sherry and a good ported sherry, you get every note on these Black Arts, which is just down the line. There's there's zero bourbon influence to it. There's no white oak in there. It's all European red oak. It's not that hard to disseminate. It's without the cast strength added to it. I don't believe that they should be charging you that much for the bottles, like $350 per bottle at 46% ABV. It's kind of annoying. It's like, go the extra mile. You guys were doing it at cast strength before. Why did you stop? Yeah. Why all of a sudden did you like, oh fuck it, we're not going to do it, but we're going to charge the same amount?
It's gone up. It used to be $250 here at cast strength.
Yeah, that's true.
The 4 point. Well, I've been Canada. It was always 300. So, but it was cast strength at least,
Yeah, but I mean, here in the U.S., it used to be $250, $275 cast strength, and now it's like $400 for the 8.1.
Yeah, and at least they were bringing it up a year every year, and now all of a sudden this year they went back. They went backwards and they made it younger, and I'm like,
yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Dread Man, thank you, man. It's a 26-year-old. No, I think 8.1 is 28 or something like that. Maybe it's 26.
No, it's 20. It's 25, I think. Actually, didn't you have it on the? No, sorry, 26.
94 is 25.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a great deal for what you were getting, and it's still a good deal for the age. I mean, you think about it, a lot of age statement whiskey now is getting $500, $600.
Yeah, secondary market price though. But well, actually, no, sorry.
It used to go for secondary for like $400 to $500.
Yeah.
Now there's no secondary market for it anymore.
I personally just, Well, they make so much of it too. It's not something that's like out of stock. Like there's still 4.1 bottles available now today that are like in stores. It's not something that was made like
that doesn't
in small amounts.
Yep. So but make it extreme there.
If that logic persisted, why does Stag Junior like? People go
I agree, but you're not going to like my response on that because Steve A and Matt know what I say about bourbon. No bourbon should be more than $35. It's the way I've always felt. You all hate me for saying it, but I've always said it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're allowed to be wrong.
Yeah.
I think at 99. Oh, sorry, guys.
That's okay. Yeah, so that heavy. Okay, once I drank, it's like holy shit. There's a ton of sherry in this. Yeah, so I figured I guess got to be the Glengoyne 21, and that's because I knew that was in the calendar. So that wasn't a surprise. Once I drank it, what the hell that was? Like holy shit, it's really good whiskey. I love this one. So I've got a couple of all this actually put away, which is great because it gotten kind of hard to find, unfortunately. But
it's also gotten up in price. I got mine for $150. I see it here in Austin now for $200.
Okay, yeah, because I didn't. Yeah, mine. Yeah, was more like that. I think the first one I got like $144, and the second one I think I paid like $164, something like that.
I've got an interesting question for all you guys.
All right.
Okay, so we've seen the lowering of quality in Springbank. We've seen the lowering of quality in Brookladdy. We've seen the lowering of quality in McAllen's, Glengoyne, Glendronach. What do you think is the next distillery that the quality is going to start to lower in when it comes to Scotch?
Balvenie.
Balvenie?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be Kilchoman because I'm hearing that they're starting to surge in sales. So I'm having a feeling it's going to be Kilchoman.
I could see that too.
Yeah, I heard that's what Sam was saying too. Was that about Kilchoman that it was starting to go down, which is unfortunate because I love Kilchoman. That's
the thing is, I'm not sure that I buy that the quality at Glendronach has really gone down. What you just saw happening was that as we've gotten far enough out from the shutdown, you don't have a bottle that's being sold as a 12-year-old bottle that's really 15 and 16-year-old, and you don't have a bottle of 15-year-old that the youngest is over 18.
Yeah, and you don't have Billy Walker.
But do you really trust Brown-Forman to do the right thing?
I trust Brown-Forman more than Rachel Berry.
Okay.
To be honest, you got to say with Brown-Forman, for the most part, when they've been coming in and buying distilleries and everything like that, it's because they like what they're doing, and by and large, they're pretty hands-off.
But I just see that like what they did with Woodford was put a whole lot of marketing behind it, and the quality for the special releases is just not there.
Oh, okay. For the special releases, maybe I never had any Brown-Forman special releases. So,
and but like what I'm saying though is like yeah, they have Jack Daniels, and that's a top-notch seller. And yeah, they have Old Forester, and it's selling well and whatnot. But for me, Glendronach has always been good because you were getting a deal. As soon as that deal stopped, like the 15 is great at $90. Yeah, I expect it in the next year and a half to go up to 120, 130 for a 15.
And that'll be the question: is does it, or does it stay in the $90 to $100 range?
Yeah.
Well, to me, the Glendronach 15, when it first came out, I loved it because it was full Oloroso sherry. The secondary one I got to try 2 years ago, and it's not that it was bad, but it was no longer to me a $108 bottle. It was just again.
Is that
everything I ever have from Rachel Berry, I'm always left wanting. It's not that it's bad stuff that she makes. It just always feels watered down or something. There's just something missing whenever she creates anything. I don't know. I've never really had a spectacular Rachel Berry bottling. Maybe you guys have. I haven't yet, so I don't know. But there's her version when she did the Glendronach peated. I thought those were the most disgusting whiskeys I've ever had. The Glendronach. She also did the cask strengthers that were so good till the 5th edition, and then she took over. And I don't know what she did, but that 6th and that 7th.
I never had anything before 7 for the cask strength.
Yeah, I mean, either.
I have no. I can't compare back against anything in the past.
Oh, batch 5, batch 4, batch 3, batch 2, batch 1 were all excellent. And the Ben Riach batch 1, oh fuck, that shit's like an orgasm in a bottle.
I've Ben Riach 1 versus 2. 2 is not great.
Yeah,
that's unfortunate to hear. So it means don't buy. Save me money.
I never actually had a Kilkerran that I've liked. Like I've had a bunch, and I've just never been like, oh, they're good. Just
I thought the Kilkerran 12 was a very good whiskey for the price. I gave it my 2018. I think it was 2018. I gave it my whiskey economic whiskey pick of the year. Yes. I liked it, but it's not anything that you're not going to have an orgasm over the fucking bottle. It's very good, basic sherry / bourbon influenced 12-year-old whiskey. So like Scotch, it's good shit. It's good for the price. Comparison to what the prices are on the market for the quality it is, you're getting a lot of the actual oak influence from both styles. Like you are getting a lot of the sherry taste in there, and you are getting a lot of the vanillas from the bourbon oak and everything. And but it's been a while since I drank it, but I remember liking it when I had it. I went through like 2 bottles of it.
Matt, I took my time working on that one too, trying to figure out what the hell it was.
Well, first I was like, maybe some kind of a bourbon, but it's also got a lot of rye now. I think it's maybe like a low rye, maybe of some sort. It's good. It's hot. It's also got to be warmer. I guess in low, maybe hundreds, somewhere in there. This is good.
I agree. The 21-year-old Glendronach is a very good whiskey, but it depends on your taste profile. If you don't like PX sherry and sweet scotches, you're not going to like the 21. Yeah. But if you like sweet scotch, you'll love the 21.
So. All right, so let's see what this thing is. Oh, Old Overhaul. Okay, well that explains a lot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Well that thinks okay. So it's
46.3% non-chill filtered.
Okay, so close to 100. It's a little lower than I thought then. It's just that black pepper finish that gives it a little bit higher on the proof, you'd think. Okay, cool.
It's Knob Creek Rye at 11 years old. It's the same mash bill.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains that then.
Yeah.
Cool. No, it's good. I think I like it. That's good. So was this the one that was the Ohio exclusive or whatever, this one?
Yeah, so it's PA and Ohio exclusive with the 114 proof.
Okay.
I have both bottles, which I'll get up to you guys. I'll leave it for you guys to review. The 114 was like I think $28 a bottle. It's an amazing $28 bottle. This one I think was like 65.
This 11-year-old rye. Okay. No, it's good. That's cool. I like that.
I'm literally not drinking. I'm just sniffing.
Oh, Cohen. It's kind of funny that you say that. Because in the calendar, there's a 21-year-old Ben Nevis. So,
Ben Nevis.
I do like Ben Nevis, but we haven't gotten to that yet.
23 people plus me, Mark. So, actually, I mean, technically there's 22 because someone got 2 calendars, but it was for him and his wife. So, next year, if we have enough, I'll double the amount of slots, or I'll figure something out like what to do with that. Because you get about 24 ounces in a bottle, minus like.
As we unfortunately have found out that 25 is really just not quite accurate.
25 is pushing it.
Which is
like some bottles. I got like 26 ounces, and I know that because I have like an ounce and a half sitting in the bottle. And I'm like, what the hell? I didn't pour people like low amounts.
Sure.
Yep.
But there's just that,
But even when you try to pour exactly 1 ounce, you're almost always just a touch over that 1 ounce. And it doesn't really matter for that first one. But when you add that up a couple dozen times, all of a sudden you're at half an ounce or 3/4 of an ounce. Yeah. And trying to get an extra full pour out of that, you just run out.
Yeah. Like there were some bottles that I didn't even get to try. I just ran out of stuff in the bottle.
Oh, that's peated. That's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah. No question that one is peated. That was about the one of them that I could identify but once I unscrewed the cap.
That's Lafroig. Is that the Lafroig 16?
Yep.
I was like, this is Lafroig. Immediately, the iodine bloody stock, like that's Lafroig.
It's really good.
Yeah. That was a dead giveaway. There's just that note that Lafroig has. Lafroig 16 is really good.
Mm-hmm.
I like this one a lot. I didn't even taste it yet. I just know by the nose. Lafroig. At least that one's an easy one.
Oh, when you called what it was, I'm just like, I'm going to hit share now because there's no point in waiting it out at this stage.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm not even going to taste this one because I don't want it to ruin the thing. Since I'll know what that is, I'm going to cover that.
That's actually not a bad.
I'm going to stick that over here because that's going to ruin everything else otherwise. I don't know if there's anything else peated in here, but I'll say
no. There's only just 2 peated because I didn't know. Like I know everyone who's in the calendar.
Yeah.
But I don't really know taste preference. Like, I love peated whiskey, so I figured putting 2 in there.
Yeah, because Ashley finally got hers, and it took like 17 days or 20 days to show up at her house finally.
Did Ashley finally get hers?
She got hers, yeah. She said, and then the worst part is, then the damn mailman left on her front porch, and it got like wet in the fucking. No, the whiskey was fine, so that was good.
Okay,
the bag made and everything, but the box was all fucked up because they left out in the rain. It's like, thanks, assholes.
It was just sitting in D.C. for weeks.
So ridiculous. I mean, it's not no one's fault. It's the fucking postal service's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I need to call UPS and yell at them because I sent a package someplace returning some components for something, and because I ordered the wrong thing and I got a return authorization and I sent it back, and it left Minneapolis and got down to Illinois in a couple of days, and then it hasn't moved in the last 16.
Yeah. Crazy.
It's been sitting just outside. It's been sitting someplace just outside of Chicago since the 6th.
Jeez. What the hell is going on with the shipping this year?
Well, you guys say that. I shipped pretty much everything at the same time. Some of the boxes left Austin like the next day.
Right.
Some of them sat in the Austin post office for 4 or 5 days. Like I don't
no
know
logical sense at all.
Yeah. Like I know when I sent Travis's one, it went down to San Antonio. Like we tracked it. It went from Austin to San Antonio, sat in San Antonio for 3 days, and is now getting back up to Iowa.
So, okay, so this smells like lots of butterscotch.
So which one of you guys have watched the new Johnny Walker documentary? The man who walked around the world or something like that.
How is it?
It's decent. I watched it about like a week and a half ago. It's pretty good. Worth a watch.
Not a huge whiskey documentary guy. It's kind of like, oh, this is our mash. This is our stills. This is what we do.
Well, and we'll talk about the story behind Johnny Walker and like it's during Vietnam War where it was like people that were drinking it, the red and everything like that. It was good. It's a good documentary.
It's always a good factoid to tell people. The most counterfeited whiskey in the world is Johnny Walker Red.
True.
They look at you like, why? And I'm like, because it's cheap.
It's easy to sell. It distributes freaking everywhere.
Yeah.
And if you can save $3 a bottle, no one's going to notice.
Yeah.
Right. Ooh, that's good. Oh, the celebratory Johnny Walker 51% that's actually really good. They did a good job with that one.
Hey, Swami.
Yeah.
Not Canadian Club. Sorry, Crown Royal 16.
I'm about to do some Canadian Dry. So yeah.
Is that stuff good Canadian whiskey, or is it just because it's a Crown Royal 16 year?
Crown Royal 16. I've never had the Crown Royal 16. I don't like Crown Royal itself. So every Crown Royal I've ever had, Mark of Whiskey Whistle sends me Crown Royal samples also because he's a huge fan of it. And it's just I like more Canadian Club. I'm more into their juice. I don't know what it is. I'm just not a fan of anything that comes from Crown Royal. I've never had the 16, so I can't really tell you.
I think
that 16 David Cole, do yourself a favor.
Yeah, don't
order it unless it's in a mixed drink and you just want something vaguely Scotch-like in the background.
Yeah, for real. No, the 16-year rye from
Canadian is good.
Really good. They did a really good job with that one from Crown. That one and that 13-year bourbon. I think all the cornerstones are good.
I'm gonna be off in 5 minutes.
16-year rye is exceptional. They did a great, and you can still find it, and it's on the shelf, and it's like $60.
Okay.
It's good. It's worth picking up a bottle if you don't have to try. It's good.
The only Crown that I actually liked was whatever. It was either the red or the blue, which was Waterloo.
Oh yeah, the red. Yeah. There's LaSalle and Waterloo. Yeah.
Bye, Swami.
Oh, I guess Swami left. I guess he didn't like our thing. We
he was being called away. He was saying, "I'll be out in 5 minutes," and then just now he said, "I'm out." I think the answer was no. Oh, wait a minute.
Back in the bed.
I fell out. It's my hands are too big, and it's on. I'm using my cell phone right now. I always press the little button on the side.
All good.
It happens at least twice a stream when I raise my cell phone.
I don't know. Crown Peach is where it's at, though. I've heard everyone loves that Crown Peach.
It smells like allocated items. It's insane.
I want Crown carrot juice. That's what I'm.
You say that they'll probably fucking make it. Wouldn't surprise
birthday cake. Like they've got like the vodka flavors now.
Would surprise me now. Oop. They're gonna have the gummy fish and all the other bullshit. I'm sure soon too.
I had an argument a couple of weeks ago with a guy about stout because I'm a big stout guy, and I'm getting fed up of flavored stouts. Like I'm getting fed up of everything's got to have chocolate or strawberry or ice cream, and I'm like, I just want to have a stout, man. Like I just want to be able to taste.
Just give me a good barrel-aged imperial stout.
Yeah, that's it.
It doesn't have to have fancy flavors on it. A good chocolate malt in there and a whiskey barrel age, all the flavor a good stout.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll naturally have espresso notes and chocolate notes in it just by doing it the right way.
When you use chocolate malt on a stout, you will get that espresso and chocolate type note just the way the grain works. I've done barrel aged stouts like that before that I've made myself with lots of chocolate malt, and they're fucking fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, it just gets annoying. It's not that it's bad once in a while, but like I go into a craft brewery store and like everything's got cherry vanilla whipped cream, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? I just want a regular stout.
Matt, which one? What are you pouring right now?
So I put 19, a little bit more 19. I'm pretty sure it's Scotch.
It is a Scotch.
19 is indeed a Scotch.
This is one that I was surprised how good it was because I never heard of until recently. But most people were like, "Oh, this distillery kind of sucks," and then recently everyone was like, "Oh, you got to try this."
I really like this, whatever it is. It's got this funk to it that I like.
Well, the reveal's ready whenever you are. So,
anyways, before I dropped that, I was just saying, I don't like anything from Crown Royal. There's never really been a single Crown Royal I've ever liked. But I like cheap Canadian Club. Like I love the Chairman Select. It's awesome. And it cost me like $19. Again, I'm saying it's someone that doesn't drink whiskey anymore. But when I was drinking whiskey, I liked that one. Like that was like my go-to every day that I'd have. And it was a 40%, but it was $19 a bottle. I used to be able to go through a bottle a week on that shit. And maybe that's the reason why I don't drink anymore because that shit really fucked my stomach up.
That could do it.
I just feel like I gotta go to actual Canadians because we don't get any of the really good stuff down here.
No, we don't.
I still have a bottle here. I'll show you it. I don't think they sell this in the States, but it's 100% rye. Costs nothing, like literally nothing.
100% rye.
Yeah,
Yeah, we get that.
You get this as the Chairman Select there.
Oh, not the Chairman Select though. We get 100% rye, but I don't know if it's a Chairman Select per se. I have to go see what my bottle. I have to go dig it out.
It's fucking $19 a bottle. It's delicious.
Yeah, whatever we get here is cheap. It's like something like similar price.
Yeah.
So is this the Ben Nevis? Just to wonder.
No.
This is a Rand. Really?
Yeah.
I love Aaron.
This is a port cask too.
Really? That's totally different than I thought that would be. It's got that weird funk on it. It's good. It's okay, cool. What's the proof on this?
46%.
Okay. Good.
That's why I like a cheap rye. Honestly, I don't understand. I don't understand an expensive rye. But I've said this millions of times. People get mad at me again for saying it, but I don't understand expensive rye. To me, I want my rye to be cheap.
That I've had is worth huge expense on it.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand expensive stuff. If I've had a 25-year-old Willet rye, which was MGP, but like that was fantastic that's an age statement thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm talking about just your basic fucking 3 to 4 year old rye, you know.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that looks like the proper day 20 pour.
Yeah,
just
like it's nice and dark, whatever.
Oh no. So everybody, like from Matt, got the right calendar. Steve, you got the wrong calendar.
Okay.
But 20 was both two 20s, and they got 21s. Yeah.
I had to go through and start doing a little scribble on it to keep track to be sure.
So the one I'm drinking is the correct one. Then,
yes,
yeah. So what happened was
this was what I had 120 that looked like that, and another 20 that looked
like this dark color.
Yeah. What happened was I did it in 2 separate days, and somehow I mixed up that I put 20 and 21 for the first day in the same bottle, number, and I was like, did not realize that until I sent it out, and I could not find the 20s for people, and I was like, how the hell did I lose all these sample bottles?
An old bottle of Canadian Club sherry finish in a round of the squared bottle. Oh,
I've had the sherry finish. That comes in the black. That's with the black and gold label. I think.
Yeah, I think that's what that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. It doesn't do a whole hell of a lot for me. I'm trying to think what the best Canadian Club I've ever had is. I have to go through. I've got a ton of Canadian Club. I just haven't spent a lot of time on it.
I had the 20-year-old that I really liked back in the day. They stopped making that though. That was really good. Like, and it was cheap as fuck. $40 a bottle. It was $40 a bottle. Beautiful stuff.
So Ben, just to be sure, this is actually the right color for 21, correct?
Oh, that it's like pale as pale can be. Doesn't even look like it has any age on it.
I accidentally clicked too far down on Discord for the reveals, so I got the 21 reveal a little bit earlier than I'd anticipated, and I'm thinking, oh really? Because everything else I've had from that distillery has been much darker.
It also was like I forgot to take a picture of the full bottle, and everything else is a full bottle, and it's a clear bottle, so like you could tell if you had the right one or not. And I was like, oh crap.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, I'm not saying you're wrong. It just surprised me when I'm like, wait a minute.
This was one of the few picks that I found from that distillery, like in the U.S.
Yeah,
that's
good, isn't it, Matt?
Oh yeah,
that's really good and really high proof.
Because he's on 20.
Oh yeah, no 20.
Are you done?
I'm kicking myself.
This a
My wife did not like being on camera and hit me a bunch.
Yeah, you always tell us she I know we always try to, even when it's just us talking afterwards, she won't even come on and talk to us.
That was like I think her second appearance ever on a camera on YouTube. She's like,
for all of 2 seconds.
Yeah, she just hit the shit out of me on the back of my head. I don't know if you heard that. She punched me in the back of the head like 8 times. That was hilarious. Her little itty bitty fists. Oh, it's so adorable. I love patronizing her after she hits me too. She's like, oh.
Have you had the non-cast strength of the 20, Steve?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh. God, that's good.
I'm going to when I pour the remnant of my 20 at some point in the next few weeks, I'm going to pour it next to the non-cask strength version, just for a compare and contrast.
I just wish it wasn't distillery only. Like they got to distribute this way more.
This is distillery only, whatever it is.
Yeah,
I'm Italian. We were taught never to hit women, so I would never do that.
It's a non-distillery only, non-cask strength, but still decent ABV of the same stuff, though, that's fairly widely distributed.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't find it everywhere, but most places with a good bourbon selection will at least at times have this on the shelf.
Yeah.
It kind of comes and goes a little bit because I don't think it gets shipped out in huge batches. But it's part of their the non-cask strength version is part of their core lineup.
Yeah. I think it's the best one. I mean, I don't like.
I agree. So
the regular one is not great, and then the other finished is like meh.
I don't know what it is, but it's quite good. All right, let's see what we get. Oh, this is Belmead. Oh, so what is this? Is a Madeira finish. Okay, so that's what that's
one of the non-cask strength version is actually one of the early fancy bourbons that I first bought a little over 2 years ago.
Good stuff. That's
when I really got into whiskey, and it was basically the
okay.
I don't know if it was a Vault episode or a Tribe episode where they did. I think it was a Vault episode where they did the top 10 unique and interesting bourbons, and it was wine finished Belmead. Well, that's either the XO Cognac or the Sherry or the Madeira, because they do all three of them. And Daniel picked this one out of the three. And I'm glad he did, because that's the one that I subsequently went and bought. So
yeah, the Madeira is good.
Yeah,
this is really good. I figured it was a bourbon, but I was like, this is a really interesting finish on it. But I totally forgot that was would never come up with it. It was the Belmead Madeira cask strength, though. That's awesome.
This is like 9-year-old MGP.
I've never even seen a Belmead in Quebec. I've never ever seen one.
I don't think they distribute outside the U.S.
I don't think they distribute outside the U.S.
They did a little bit in Europe about a year ago, and then they were bought. They had a big investment by a larger company.
I just remember. I still I've stated this billions of times, but I just always remember. I'm sure a lot of Canadians that are watching right now will say the same thing. I just remember 2015 before the big bourbon thing happened, and we'd have just fucking stacks and stacks of fucking bourbon on the shelves that no one bought and no one gave a fuck about. And it was like $15 to $20 a bottle, and all those bottles today, and you're looking at it, and you're thinking, God, if I just would have bought like 50 or 60 of those bottles and not touched them, I could retire today. With the idiots on the secondary market, like the prices that they're paying for shit, I'm just like, God. And they were like so cheap because no one bought it. In Canada, people were not drinking bourbon. It was like the least favorite of the spirits, like to buy in like Quebec. Like people bought rum, or they bought scotch, or they bought tequila, but no one bought bourbon. Other than like the only time you'd ever drink bourbon is when you'd be with Americans because they liked it, but nobody else. I don't even think Europeans were big bourbon people back then either. Like,
so John says he bought a nice bottle. The Walkers had a house party who broke into his cabinet and ended up calling the cops on himself. Yeah, that's some really shitty friends. And then the fact that it's all gone, that's really shitty. Hey, Galen, how's it going?
Trader Joe's sells liquor? I did not know that.
Yeah, only in certain states. So like in Texas, we don't get it, which blows. But I heard that I don't even try it from Trader Joe's as far as liquor goes.
I love Trader Joe's for beer. Every time I hit the States, we go straight to the Trader Joe's and they have like 60-cent fucking stouts, cans of stout for like 60 cents a can, and they're good.
Really?
Like they're really they're solid. Good. They're solid stouts.
Yep. I actually have a was it an 18-year Dalmore Alexander Murray?
Yeah, see, anything like Costco. See, we can't get any of those stores to sell in Texas. We have stupid fucking laws.
2022. Supposedly by 2022, it's going to change.
Oh, when the new legislature meets, that'll be good. Because it's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, they're looking to be able to sell, because HEB is pushing hard to sell liquor
Yeah, I know so is Walmart and Target, big time.
They've been saying in Quebec, actually, we're going to be probably the first province outside of Alberta, but it's not going to be the good stuff. It's going to be all the cheap shit, like the Smirnoff and all that shit is going to be in the grocery stores now. So you'll be able to actually buy your liquor outside of a government-owned.
Isn't Nova Scotia private? I thought Nova Scotia was private.
No, Nova Scotia is public too. The only ones that BC is dual, but it doesn't really count because the private sector can't sell they can't undercut the prices of the public sector, so they have to sell at the same price. So it doesn't really matter. Alberta's the only one that's fully private.
I thought BC, like the state, was the distributor too. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah, the state is a distributor. Exactly. It makes the whole point was they let the privates, and then the privates were beating the shit out of the public ones. So then they changed the rules because they realized how much money they make off of it.
So Matt, yours looks a lot like that.
Yes, looks a lot like that. Same color.
That's a pretty good match, given the differences in our
lighting,
in our light saturation. I was screwing around with that earlier because my light saturation is way off tonight for some reason.
So the laws in Quebec are if the wine is produced in Quebec, it can be sold anywhere, meaning convenience stores, grocery stores. Beer has always been private, so anybody could sell beer. So you can buy beer in Quebec in a flower shop. It's like little whatever. But the hard liquor has always been public. But now they're stating that the lower end shit is going to probably go into the grocery stores, and they're saying within the next 2-3 years. So they've been like talking about it, which is cool if you like want to just buy a bottle of Smirnoff or a party or something like that. You don't have to go into so like if it's on sale for like $10 or shit like that, instead of spending but it's going to be at a public. Like, I don't know if you guys have public stores in the States, but you go in and a sale at a public store is like 5% off this weekend. Like,
Yeah. Staying around the stores are terrible.
Yeah, So.
Actually, Ben, looking at this picture, there's enough left in the bottom.
Oh, can you see? Yeah.
Yeah. You have to have it like on full screen, like I've got it, for it to matter. But I can definitely see that color in the bottom now that I'm looking at that, and that. Like you say, knowing what that's from, that's way lighter than anything I've seen from them.
There was a mixed consensus on the people who got this bottle, whether it was actually really good or not really good. And I like it.
I'm gonna be.
I like it. Whatever it is, it's good.
I'm gonna be on the I like it, but it's not really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, it's not really good. The finish kind of just drops off.
Yeah.
No, it's good though. I'm sure I assume it's some kind of scotch.
You are correct.
I don't know exactly what scotch, but whatever it is, but it's not like blowing my mind.
Yeah, Spencer Mav, when we got this, so this was a pick done by Bourbon Pursuit and West DuPont Circle Wine and Liquors in DC. Okay. And I think it was like one of 3 Belle Blair picks they did 2 years ago. Not like that store, but like Belle Blair in general in the U.S. only did 3 single barrels that come in. And they were supposed to do a lot more, and then they rebranded, and now that's never going to happen again.
Yeah, which I'm disappointed about because, unfortunately, the rebrandings have not been my favorites. I haven't tried the new rebranded ones, but when I've heard if it's anything like what's happened with Pulteney, which are not bad new whiskeys. They're not. They're good whiskeys. They're just not what the old ones used to be.
And I get the Belle Blair way more than the old Pulteney rebranding because you're selling vintages and people don't even understand vintage at all. Like they understand wine vintage, but whiskey vintage.
Right, they understand that. Yeah, it has an age statement, but you have to get the vintage to figure out what the fuck it is. And people are unfortunately not that.
The only thing I like about Belle Blair is their boxes.
The box is fucking cool.
The boxes are brand new. Like they're now crappier, not magnetic.
Oh, they're no longer the front. They're no longer the front presentation.
They're not squatty anymore. There's that new bullshit shape. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I like the squatty box.
Yeah, it's the same type of box as the old Pulteney. Like the top just chopped up. It doesn't have like the foldy fold.
Yeah.
That Belle Blair cash drink from Wally's was pretty good.
The only
the
1989 was the only one that I liked from Belle Blair. That was
it the 90 that I gave you?
Oh, dude, that thing's awesome, man! I love that bottle that
90 was so good. Yeah, that's a 99 right there, Steve.
Yeah, 99.
Yeah, I've got
actually
others that are unopened.
This is not as dark as I remember it being.
Yeah, I've got
that one's all ex-bourbon though, the 99.
I've got what 03,
I did that. I did the 99 on my channel too.
90.
Yeah, I think I have an 04, which is super light too. Like I know at the end they were using all like
I thought something felt wrong there as I was opening it because I'm like, wait a minute, doesn't it open on two sides?
Well, they're all only bourbon matured except for a couple of them that have sherry maturation. Which one's the one there? Rob Whiskey 6 fucking loves it. Yeah, the 90.
Yeah, that was.
I got a sample of that sitting back up here.
That's a 99.
I don't know. When it comes to Inver House, the only ones that I'm in love with are the Inox. I find the Inox are fucking Inver House's top shelf shit.
Which that's going downhill.
Yeah, I haven't had it in a long time. The 18 is so fucking spectacular.
Yeah, no, the 18 is really good, but the new 24 they released this year is nowhere close to the old 24 that they released a few years ago.
That's bullshit.
Okay, 22.
22.
That got a little darker. Not like going back to the Belle Meade, but
Old Highland Parks. The best way to state those really is the tins they come in and the bottle design.
Yeah, if it looks like one of these.
Yeah, you've got them right. It's easier for you to grab than me because.
Did you just pour 22 there?
Yeah, I just poured 22. I like it.
There it is.
It's different, but I really like it.
What is that I'm smelling on there?
It's kind of like a slight peat to it of some sort.
So,
is that what I'm getting? Maybe this faint background hint of peat, possibly.
Old Highland Parks will look like this, just generic with the the numbers, and the new ones will look.
Hey, Scott,
I still got my old.
Hey, Scott, if you want to come in here, you're more than welcome.
Hey,
my 12-year-old. That's true. I sold the 12.
You want to come in, Scott? Here's a link.
I had the 12, but I sold my 12-year-old to a friend because it's stopped drinking. So, look, it's pretty much emptied out. This is all I have left. Everything
all the
is
new
gone.
models are like pitch black. You can't see it.
And that kind of shape. And
I've been selling everything.
Oh no, I think the 12 is a clear glass.
Yeah. The 12 is the 12.
Even the new one, the 12.
It's fancy. It's all that shit's all over it.
Clear glass, but that kind of shape with all sorts of etching.
Yeah, stuff.
I forgot I sold it.
That's how you can really tell. Like even the old 25s come in these ones.
Yep, look just like that. Yep, and they're fucking awesome. Those old 25s, holy shit, are those good?
I mean,
tattoo's
really good too.
Yeah, tattoo.
I did not like the 25 Highland Park. I was very pissed.
Really? See, I really liked it. I liked all that sherry on it.
Go check out my review on it. I bought it with me and Judy. I bought that bottle. Fucking goddamn, that was the most expensive bottle I ever bought in my life. It was $920 total for me and Judy. It was the 21 was just so much better than the 25-year-old.
I've never had the. I have a 21-year independent that's really good. I've never had the actual 21 from them.
The 21 is so fucking good.
The 25
I finished that bottle so quick. That 21-year-old Highland Park was like, and the original, not the one. I don't know. I haven't tried the new ones, but now I know they're back. Now the 21 and they're staying, and they're selling in the States now too. I think it's available in America now. Well, someplace.
It is.
21 never went away here. It was always on the shelf.
No, you never had it in the States. You guys just got it now.
No, I saw it like 4 years ago.
Yeah, we've had it.
Yeah, we've always had it. Yeah.
It was only available in Canada and Europe. It was a Canadian European exclusive.
We had it here.
We've always had it here. At least since I'm buying liquor.
Let's put it this way. The liquor store I went to had it. Whether they got it, how they got it,
I have no idea what the hell this is.
I have no idea, but it tastes good.
I mean, I thought it was Ben Nevis, but it's not actually Ben Nevis.
Oh, not. That's got like a slight peat to it, whatever it is.
Okay, yeah, no, it's just a hint of peat. And now that I look at what it is, That makes sense.
Yeah.
I got the 25-year-old Ben Nevis. Stephen Connor sent me a sample of that shit. It was incredible. I think I actually still have a small portion of it. 1 second. No, 27. Yeah, I got the 1990 Ben Nevis right here.
This is a Glenn. Nice.
All right.
This is fantastic.
All right, yeah. So I got this right here. Ben Nevis 27, Simatory, 30th anniversary.
Cool. Nice. Infino Sherry. That's awesome.
Yeah,
this is really good, Ben. This is
Stephen Connor sent me that shit. And
I
only had one of the Glen Keith ever.
For
This is cool.
$100 each. This in the Aaron.
So what's the proof on this one, Ben?
52.3.
He also sent me this one right here.
Is that a Glen Adam?
This is a Glenn Dronick, 26-year-old.
Oh, nice. The 92. Nice. Oh, that was good.
All right, and it's 57.
Yeah, that shit's really good.
Yeah.
Are all Glen Keiths peated, do you know, Ben, or just a special? Because I've only had one of the Glen Keith. That's only second one.
They're not always peated.
Okay.
But
I had to go find mine now. That's a signatory. I'll have to go find that later. And then how old is this one?
21 years old.
21. Okay.
And then Sherry.
There certainly isn't a lot of peat. If
it's a lightly peated.
It's really lightly. It's like just enough that I was catching something. I'm like, what the hell is that?
You won't find a Glen Keith core range. There is no core range. It's all independent bottlings or in Johnny Walker. No, it's either Johnny Walker or Chivas.
Hey, Scott. How's it
going? Oh, it's a fucking tasteless Avenger. How are you doing, buddy?
I feel the lesser of the men here with this. This is a pretend beard.
Well, no.
Hey, Scott. Scott, I was drinking your gift tonight, by the way. There, but a little leftover, I left it. Yeah.
I heard you just talking about Ben Nevis, so I got one, and it's the McDonald's celebrated traditional Ben Nevis.
Wow, that's cool. I've never seen that one. That's cool.
Yeah, so taste buds are probably about 30%.
So 0, right?
It was a week ago, right?
Yeah.
I did. I started to document it. If you haven't seen, I've done 2 shows now. I just released the second one, and I actually got a little bit more tonight. So,
good. Well, thank God, finally.
Yep.
Jeez.
Oh, damn!
I know. 8 weeks.
That's why I told my wife, I said, fuck you guys. I don't want this shit. Everyone's like, oh, it's nothing. It's nothing. I'm like, I have a friend in the States. He hasn't been able to fucking taste anything for 8 goddamn weeks. I don't want this shit, man.
Yeah.
Everyone who says it's a joke, fuck. Yeah.
Like I say, I think I had a really mild case of it back over the summer. In retrospect, I think it did throw off my tasting a little bit for a few weeks afterwards, but nothing like what Scott's been dealing with. And then again, I was never really running a fever or having any actual respiratory problems. So when I say I had a mild case, I had a mild case.
Yeah, it's really weird, that shit. Some people, like, nothing happens, and then other people, it's like the fucking end of the world.
For me, I had like one little temperature spike, but other than that, it was just absolute exhaustion for a week.
I just feel like the people who say it's not a big deal don't actually eat good food. You're not drinking really good stuff, but like you got to eat good food to know what good food tastes like.
Exactly.
I just don't want to ever know what the feeling is to breathe through a straw. So I'm just fucking. I've never experienced that feeling, and I don't want to. It's not something that I need to ever experience in life. How have you been? Other than that, Scott, I haven't seen Scott in like 5 months. I just want to ask him how he's doing.
Good, yeah, going good. Other than the taste buds, Christmas is upon us. Now I'm disappointed because I picked up the Bunnahabhain Manzanilla cask for my Christmas bottle.
That sounds cool.
And I'm worried that I won't be able to taste it.
Oh, that'll be horrible.
Give that one a few weeks before you open it, man.
I bought a bottle of the Moino one just before I quit drinking, and then I like resold it right away. I didn't even get to try it.
I've got the Moynier, the Bordeaux red wine cask.
Yeah,
as well,
that's all I have.
Yeah.
That would be another bottle that I'd say don't open until you know if you actually have some.
For real.
I bought the Manzanilla cask for Christmas, so I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and open it and try it. I mean, if I don't get anything, I'll just cork it and put it back and let it sit. But I got it. Maybe I'll open it up and just see what happens.
I could see that. I mean, if nothing else, you get the neck pour out and let it open up just a little bit.
Yeah, that's true.
And come back in February.
Win-win.
The good news is, like someone just said in the chat, Scott, you should just drink all your shit that you don't like right now.
Yeah.
You won't know that you don't like it. Just get rid of it all.
That White Walker, you can put to use.
Yeah.
I've gone through I've killed off a few bottles that wouldn't have gotten killed off otherwise.
Yeah.
What do you do with those bottles you open up and you just don't like? Because I give samples to friends.
Bart takes of them. Bart will drink anything. That's what happened to the White Walker.
Bart is Mikey.
Yeah, no. Mikey,
give it to Mikey. Mikey likes everything.
So did you give him all the White Walker then? Does that all go to Bart?
Yeah.
He actually drank that shit?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I mean, if you mix it with something, it's not that bad. Like, mix it with, like, 7-Up, you can't taste it.
Yeah, but I never mix anything anymore. I just drink the whiskey.
He kept it in the freezer, and he said it actually wasn't that bad coming out of the freezer.
So let's put it this way. When your marketing campaign it tells you that you have to put it into the freezer so that you get the proper experience from it, you need to rethink the product in the bottle.
But they sold so much of it, they don't care.
Yeah,
that's true. I mean, hell, it's down for like $20 now, or less. In some of these places, $10 on the clearance rack. It's crazy.
I just like the fact they doubled down. You got to remember, they released like the Fire and Ice a year later, and people still bought it,
which sucks. So, maybe just as bad, or just like maybe slightly less so.
From what it sounded like,
be sober than drink White Label.
Fire and Ice were actually considerably better.
I think people always forget, though, and people have talked about this forever. I don't say myself again because I don't drink whiskey that much anymore, so I don't put myself in your category anymore. You guys have all advanced way past me, but I'm saying I don't think the whiskey industry gives a fuck about what you guys like. To be honest, you're not the marketing. You're not the marketing choice. You make up 5% of the drinking market. The rest of it. It's guys that are drinking Jim Beam White Label and fucking Jack Daniels number 7 every day. But
no doubt. Yeah. And that's Johnny Walker Red. That's why it's the best selling it is, because that's who buys it. You're right.
Yeah.
We are not the market for that. It's the best part about that bottle is the label. The label's really cool, and that's why I have a bottle. I could give a shit. What's inside it is awful and should never.
I just like the fact that the people who collected all those bottles to sell on secondary for like a week, we're getting actually good prices, like $2,000 for the whole collection.
Yeah.
And people started to review them. They were like, "Oh yeah, I'm not buying that."
I've heard the only one that's worth anything is the Lagavulin one, the 9-year-old that came out in the Johnny Walker collection. Is the only one I heard that's.
I really like the Klein Leash too.
Yeah, the Klein Leash was good, and then the Open wasn't bad. The darker bottle.
Yeah, the Open wasn't bad. The Leash was good. The Lagavulin was the best though.
The Open and the Talisker were okay.
Yeah.
For me, it went Klein Leash was the best, and then was the Lagavulin, then was the Oben and Talisker kind of together, and then was the other 4.
Yeah.
I haven't had any of them, and
thank you, Scott. I was about to say I never drank any of them either.
I did, and I think part of the problem was too is it was way overproduced. I mean, at first, people were buying the whole set and paying extra money. Well, then when you go into every liquor store you go into, and they're on the shelf, you're kind of like, well, I don't need.
Well, they re-released them. They had a second set come out like a year later. Now they can't get rid of the shit. They're knocking it down to clearance prices to get rid of it. They can't do it.
Well, you got to remember, Johnny Walker.
If I find any of that original 8, not the White Walker and not the Johnny Walker bottles, if I find any of those bottles on clearance, I'll probably grab them because
for clearance, sure. If they're like $20,
the Glendellen and the Cardew, they're not bad.
Yeah, I think Clifton got a bunch of them super cheap out in California.
Oh yeah,
acceptable baseline space sides.
But the whole point of this was for Johnny Walker to get non-Scotch drinkers into Scotch.
True.
Diageo knew exactly what they were doing.
And it
Yeah,
worked.
marketing.
Yeah. So like they don't care about, as Swami said, they don't care about our opinion. They don't care about any of it. As long as it got a 18-year-old to buy something that they thought was good.
Look at this. The lot for $25 a lot. That's a great price.
Oh, absolutely.
I would buy a ton of those for that. Yeah, the Mortlock 15 was the best of the whole group.
That's,
But yeah, it's also
that's
like
the one that I haven't had yet because I haven't wanted to spend that much on one of the bottles.
I thought it was really good.
That's like $125, right? Like it's expensive.
I haven't seen
What's
it below 140 yet.
What's better, the Mortlock 15 or the Motorhead rum?
Motorhead rum. I never had Motorhead.
I'm just fucking with you. I don't know.
I don't know that one.
Swami, are you drinking again or back?
No,
to drinking?
I can drink a little bit. I've gotten so much better. I've gained so much weight back. I'm really happy. I just got to start working out because it's all in my hips and in my tum. I got a big fat belly now, and I've got no muscle on my arm whatsoever. They literally look like spaghetti straps. But I'm much healthier now, Scott. I'm not dying anymore, and I'm really happy. We both have had shitty 2020, so
Yeah.
Not dying is the right direction to go.
Yeah, well, like I said 100 times, I got everything during COVID season other than COVID. So, but I'm really happy. Things are going great. My wife's really happy. I'm able to eat again, swallow again. It's good. Yeah, huge. I'm drinking, but I'm drinking very cautiously. I'm too afraid. I'm like afraid to drink now. I'm like I don't want to. I don't want to reverse the progress.
Take it easy and working your way back into it slowly is by far the best way to go.
Like I said, I've just been sniffing that bottle of Wild Glass all night. That's all. I haven't even taken a sip of it. I've just been sniffing at it, and it just smells so good that I'm high off the fumes. So I'm just like I'm good.
Okay, so the other method of madness we got is a single malt matured in bourbon barrels, finished in French oak, and then a single grain matured in bourbon and finished in virgin Spanish oak. That's the two.
So there's a third one.
Yeah, then that's the chestnut cask.
Chestnut, yeah.
That's this one.
And then you said there's two more coming to the U.S.?
I think that's what Donald said, something like that.
Okay.
And if
Like Cherrywood or something. I wrote what the other one was. I don't know if he's still in here or not. But let's see what these taste like.
I mean, I think they're like between $60 and $90 here in Texas.
Yeah.
I mean, expensive for like non-age statement, but it's all experiments, so it's not
exactly. It's not crazy.
Yeah.
I bought plenty of things that were more like sucked, so
I don't know.
It works.
Little single cask nation there from Ben.
Yeah. I will say they're dropping a 46-year-old Invergordon in January.
Really?
Online for under $300.
Wow.
I got to tell you this 2021-year-old Canadian Dry is excellent. It's a good year.
A little flat.
Acai cask and a wild cherry cask. Ooh.
Yeah, those are the other two. Yeah, those sound good. I don't know. I'll have to check the websites and see. Whenever those show up, I definitely want them. So I'm interested to see what these taste like.
They're just sitting on the shelf down here in Austin because no one knows what it is.
Yeah, we're the only whiskey nerds know what this stuff is. Other than that, not a chance in hell you have a clue what this is. They also have some really cool Egan.
It's also only distributed by Total Wine here. So, yeah.
Most unfortunate about that.
Are those single malt or are they single pot still?
This one's single malt, this one's single grain, and this one's single pot still. So they're all three different types.
So every year there's the whiskey of the year. When I say that, the consensus whiskey of the year, I again missed out on the 2020 whiskeys. Is it the Alberta Premium Cask Strength? Is the Unicorn whiskey this season, or what is the actual whiskey of everyone's trying to grab this year that I missed out? What's the story?
I would just do it whatever I drank that year for reviews. That's what we usually go on. I don't know.
But what's the big one that came out this year that everyone was chasing?
Wild Turkey 17-year-old bottled and bond.
Yeah, that's probably
everyone wants a bottle.
That was one of
and now that Stag 2020, everybody wants one.
But dude, every year Stag, every year.
Oh,
even the 19, people were like, "It's low proof, gotta have it."
Sam just nailed it. I was gonna say the Old Forester 150th.
Oh, those are terrible. Don't get those.
Haven't tried them. No good.
So-
You tried them, Ben? They were no good.
They're all 6 to 7 year old Old Forester, and comparatively to the 1920.
What were the bottles that people were chasing after so hard?
Oh,
that is the Old Forester 150th.
Yeah, that would definitely be one of them for sure.
Oh, the E.H. Taylor 18-year-old marriage.
Yeah, that was one.
That
I did try that. That thing was awesome. I did try it.
No. I've never had a bottle of the super limited E.H. Taylor's I thought was not great. I just don't understand why it's worth $2,000. Like,
no, it's not. It was $70 and it's $70 good. That's the way I look at it. And if it's not, then that's
it's kind of like the Amaranth Grain of the Gods.
That one was not as good. The 18-year marriage is significantly better than that or the 4 grain, I think.
Yeah, the 4 grain was going for $500, $600, $700.
Oh yeah, I mean,
and I'm like, I had a taste of that down at La Quinta. I'm like, if I found a bottle for 100, 150,
yeah,
I'd probably get it. 500, fuck no.
So
no.
Russell's Reserve 2003. There's I think something like 2,000 bottles of it. Like it's not, it's limited, but it's not super limited for what they did. Like the 98 was only 1,000 bottles.
I know where all 3 of those live. I got a buddy who he has all of them. So when we're going to open them all up soon together, it's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to that.
The 98 is the best. 2002. I haven't tried the.
I've only had the 02. That's the one I've ever tried. And I thought it was really good.
Yeah. 2002 is really good, but when you try the 98, you're going to be like, "That's the best wild turkey I've ever had." And honestly, if you want to try a wild turkey, like one of those Russell's Reserve Vintage Series, try the WB Saffel.
I've got
the Saffel.
Julien had one of those the wild turkeys. I got to try a couple of years back. I think it was 17 years of age or something. I can't remember which one it was. It came in a red box. That's all I remember.
A sherry cask.
That was a sherry. I don't know. It was Julien that had the bottle. It was a long
I didn't
time
like
ago.
the Revival. I didn't like that one.
Yeah, the Revival was bad. Yeah, but the problem is the rejects of the 2002 vintage all became WB Saffel. So that was the hipster knowledge of it. I mean, it's like $50 at $3.75. It's expensive for what it is.
But it's
I just like the 101.
Oh yeah, 101's great. Or Rare Breed. Even Kentucky Spirit's really good.
Oh shit, Mr. 10,000 in the building. How you doing?
Rob, if you want to come in, you're welcome too. Put it in there for you.
He's too big for us now. He ain't gonna come in here with 10,000 subs. Come on.
How are you at, Scott? How many are you guys at now?
Just
20 yet?
20.
20? Okay.
Like 19,600, I think.
No one cares, Rob. Just aim the camera up. It's fine.
No, Rob needs to be,
even if you're in your underwear, dude.
No, Rob's gonna have to be paid for his appearance. Now he's got an agent and shit. Once he hit 10,000,
I haven't seen any of the streams that Ed's shown up on.
Yeah, exactly. Ed doesn't even wear a shirt. No one cares.
oh
Yeah,
man.
These are good. I like
Matt, you got that sample I sent you of the Kentucky Owl, whatever the hell it was,
Dry
that
state?
$1,000 bottle. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not worth it.
No, it's not even close to worth it. That thing, I don't think I'd give you $200 for it, to be real honest. It's just, it's just so fucking oaky. It's just not
$50
good.
an ounce. I'll take a taste
Yeah,
of it.
exactly. It was worth what we paid for the ounce price was fine. But, beyond that, no.
Just to try 1 ounce just to say you did it.
Exactly. Yeah. That's all it was worth.
Like, I'm not going to say, because this probably would cost me actually less than at a bar to go try that. And
Absolutely.
I can say I tried something. Like, honestly, the only Kentucky Owl I liked was the 11-year-old batch 1 rye.
Oh my God. That thing was fucking amazing. That is by far one of the best ryes I've ever had, hands down, of all time. It might be the best, but it's probably top 5 for sure.
I just feel bad for Dixon Deadman. Like, he actually puts out really good whiskey. You can't justify the price because Stoley fucks him.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because he's a super nice guy. I met him, and he talked to me for like a half hour, and he was super cool. And by himself, and there was just like, Stoley. He's like, I have no control of the pricing. I'm very sorry about it. I'm like, I know, I get it. It's Stoley. You got to build fucking adult Disneyland there with your fucking pyramids and shit. But whatever. That still hasn't happened. So lucky them.
It won't happen.
No, it's because it's stupid.
And the year will be like, oh, we can't justify it.
Well, the architect, I guess they hired some like famous Japanese architect. Like the stuff is insane that he wants to. Like, why? It's a fucking distillery. I mean, it needs to be pretty. No, sure. But I don't give a shit. I like the old crappy distilleries. They're fun to go to. Who gives a shit what it looks like on the outside? All it matters is what goes in the damn bottle.
Well, the Woodford Baccarat crystal. That at least made sense because it's hand-blown glass and all that stuff. Like, I can justify the price on that.
What would you consider to be the ugliest bottle ever created?
Oh, those, like, the Dimension series from Gordon MacPhail. Like, the $30,000 crystal decanters.
I always thought the old Fitzgerald, to me, I don't know. I think it looks like a creme de mint bottle. I've always said it. It just reminds me of like when you went to your grandma's house.
I'm a huge fan of Yojimbo's got a point there with Crown Royal.
Yeah.
Scott's silent.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Similar to the old Forester bottles, these Woodford Reserve things.
Yeah, the cherry wood.
Special editions. Yeah.
No, it's not the cherry wood. I never bought that thing. Luckily, I tried a sample of it.
Which one is that, Scott?
Do what?
Which one is that?
That was the brandy cask.
Okay.
That was pretty decent. I like that one.
But do people continually buy the special releases, even though every year everyone says it's terrible? Like
the only one I've picked up so far has been batch proof from a couple of years ago.
I still have that Northern Harvest somewhere. Oh, it's here.
If I were to ever find find one of the bottles of the double,
whiskey of the year.
Yeah, I bought the bottle of the batch proof when it came out and was like, "Oh, this is good," but it's not worth $130.
Yeah, it's not worth $125. It's good. Yeah, but it's like it should be like.
So I was okay with that.
Oh, this one's a pretty ugly bottle right here.
What is that?
That's the Chivas Regal 21 Royal Salute there.
How is that? I've never tried that one.
That is a pretty ugly ass bottle though.
But how's the whiskey inside?
Oh, it's pretty good.
Pretty good. It's worth getting one of those.
Yeah, I love it. The 18, I love the 18 from Chivas.
Yeah,
I only did one review in 2020 before this shit happened. And it was the 18. So my whiskey of the year would have to be Chivas Regal 18 this year. So, it's the only review I did.
Oh, that's too funny.
I don't think I really have any ugly bottles.
Let me think.
Remember? Oh, you know what's ugly? The dildo there, that tequila bottle that everyone raves about there, that white dildo.
The white and blue one.
Yeah, what the fuck is that called?
Is ugly as sin, I agree.
It literally looks like a horse dildo or something. Fuck.
That looks like a bong. It's like it's ugly as shit. It's like, why did you think this was a good idea? I'm like, you put all your money into that stupid bottle.
Yeah.
Because they can charge more. The same reason why whiskey comes in these nice wood boxes. You can add $50, $75.
Oh, that's true. There's no doubt about that.
We got Ben's in the building. What's up, Ben?
I love this Barry Crockett wood box, but it's super nice.
Totally take $50 off and not get it. Absolutely.
Yeah,
that's Azul. That's it. Thanks, Phil.
All day, every day.
I think the nicest bottle I've ever seen, but it had the shittiest whiskey inside, was the Bibb & Tucker.
That's
I love that amber glass, but the fucking whiskey in there tastes like just fucking like I couldn't even describe the taste. It was like spruce beer or something. Fuck, it was so bad. But
no, the whiskey's not that bad. It's just not. It's average.
It's okay, a little bit of oaky side.
Is it Maple 35 that makes that? Yeah.
Yeah. They make great fucking rum though. They make amazing rum. The Kirk and Sweeney's, they're fucking delicious.
I love Kirk and Sweeney's. So fucking good.
Is that the same company? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yep.
There is.
It's an Italian. It's an Italian family. It's an Italian family that owns it. They own a bunch of wineries in fucking Napa Valley and shit like that.
What's the other one they own? The fucking dude, Masterson's. Masterson's the other one they own.
Sorry, Scott.
I say Steve's got both those, Bibb & Tucker and the Kirk and Sweeney.
There you go.
Yeah.
This is such a great value. It's like $44 at Total Wine.
Totally.
3-year-old rum.
So good.
Well,
And-
it's not actually 23-year-old rum.
I think in Dominican it might be.
It's not. The Dominican Republic it has to have up to 23-year-old rum.
And I'd have to, because I actually tried looking that up the first time I ran across it.
So the only countries that make the age statement is the youngest is Guyana, Martinique, and used to be Venezuela, but after Chavez went, who the hell knows?
What about Barbados? Do they have the requirement or no? No.
Barbados?
There's no legal requirement, but they all do.
Okay. It's like I thought Barbados made. Okay, so it's not required, but they just do it anyway. Okay.
Yeah, legally, they don't have to, but they all do. It's just kind of like a gentleman's pact.
Yeah, I just
That's why it's pirate juice, man. They don't follow rules. Fuck the rules.
Foursquare is so fucking good. In fact, I think I'm gonna get some Foursquare. That sounds good right now. Go grab some. I know my wife will be home soon too.
Spirited whiskey som. So every country has their own legal ways of doing rum in the Caribbean and in South America. There's either you have like the French way or the English way or the Spanish way of doing it distillation wise, and they all have their own, like, not everyone does Solera the same way. So all the rules are different. There's no real like overarching laws that guide that entire spirit. You kind of have to get really deep into it to understand it. Like, you gotta go really geeky.
So
Like,
Scott, what
if Ron Zacapa, like I think it's 23, the Guatemalan one, and there's like less than 1% of 23-year-old rum in there, and it's 39% of it is like all like sugar.
They don't even advertise it as being 23-year. It's Ron Zacapa 23.
Yeah. It's like
it's like the Dickel 8 and Dickel 12.
Yeah.
Right. Same shit for Old Charter and Taylor, all that shit.
So Plantation 20th anniversary is not a 20-year-old rum. It just has a 20 because it's the 20th anniversary rum.
Right.
Yeah. But like Plantation 5-year-old is a 5-year-old rum.
Yeah.
Yep.
You have to look deeper than just the number on it. And the thing about it is that whiskey producers now are starting to realize that, H&H 10-star, there used to be an H&H 10-year-old. Like, I think double. True. Yeah, ancient H was actually 10 years old.
But I've noticed, even though I don't drink it anymore, I have noticed the good thing about whiskey, especially Scotch, in the past couple of this year, anyways, is the age statement seems to be back more and more now, and the no age statement shit seems to be disappearing, which I'm pretty happy about. So even though I don't drink it anymore, I still think it's good for you guys who buy it that they actually have age statement shit on there now.
So Matt, which Foursquare you got?
So this is the Master Series Edition 1 single blended rum, aged 12 years, and ex-bourbon and ex-sherry at 62%.
Nice.
So it's a concierge total wine bottle.
I've got the 2007 Exceptional Cask 12 year.
That smells awesome.
A lot of producers realized when they took the age statement off of it, the core whiskey buyers were not buying the same whiskey. They were just moving on to something else.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they put the age statement back on, it can be different whiskey. It can be all 9 years old or all 8 years old or whatever.
I also think that the Scotch industry just pretty much suffered a bit because of the resurgence of bourbon. I think the bourbon surge, especially since American drinkers make up a large market for Scotch sales.
True.
The fact that a lot of Scotch drinkers are going to bourbon.
Non-blended Scotch sales, especially.
Single malt. Single malt.
For single malts, the U.S. is the biggest market.
Yeah. So in a way, I hope you guys continue to drink bourbon because it'll just make the Scotch prices go down. So just keep it up. You're doing a good job.
Well, and rum.
There's definitely bourbon fatigue, though.
Don't forget rum.
People
get every fucking special edition bullshit.
Yeah, because people are saying, like, I can't get bourbon at a decent price anymore. They don't want to spend $90 for a bottle. So a lot of people are moving on to rums and scotches.
And then it's meh at best.
We don't want to spend $90 for a bottle we used to pay $30 for.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You get me.
And that's what it tastes like. $30 bourbon.
At 65% or whatever it is. Yeah, $100 for this year's stag, no question.
Well, like I said, I saw it in Canada, and this bottle used to be was $30. The 101, which was always $30 in Canada. Well, even $20 a couple of years back. Now it's 30. But I did hear that they're going to be jumping it up to $45 for the 101, and I was
Holy
like,
shit.
yeah. So I was like,
I will counteract that with saying I'm the resident millennial here. I'm 25 years old. So the people I hang out with are just getting usually into liquor and wine, and they're not willing to spend more than $75 on a bottle because there's no justification for it. So a lot of producers are realizing that, like, if we put an age statement back on there and it actually is 8 years old and we sell it for $60, or if we non-age statement but put it on for $90, people aren't going to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
to the comment about the Foursquare, honestly, I like Foursquare. I've had about 9 of them now. I still prefer over Foursquare. I'll take Plantation rums any day over Foursquare. It's just my opinion. I find that their single barrels are always better quality and cheaper prices. But I hear it's really.
I've never had a 59% Plantation, so
I've had a few, and they're fucking. I love their single barrels.
I'm perfectly willing to believe that going from 40 or 43% up to 59% makes all the difference in the world. Especially
when you have limousine cognac casks to mature your fucking rum in comparison to whatever Foursquare's using, I'll go with the Pierre Fernand shit over the. Anyways, I don't want to be a snobby elitist, but Pierre Fernand, they have like literally every cask in the fucking world that they want to use, comparison to what Foursquare's British company can have.
Foursquare has done really well with marketing in the U.S. Yeah. They've marketed their bottles as being premier rum.
Yep,
it's really good rum.
Well, and the thing is that for the most part, for what you can actually find in the U.S., it is. There are not a lot of 50+% ABV rums that you can find.
Yeah, unless you're buying, 151 garbage.
Well, okay, no.
Hey.
Aged rum.
I'll say
there's nothing wrong with this, all right?
What is that? All I got is the Old Bacardi.
Lemon Heart, yeah.
I have that one.
But no, Steve, there's not a lot of rum out there in the U.S. that actually worth the price if the proof is low.
Listen, this is great rum, and the other reason why it's great rum, let's say you need to get the insurance money out of your house as soon as possible. You can also use this for other reasons other than drinking. So,
is it really, Donald? Because Foursquare is all over the U.S. and Plantation single barrels are really hard to find.
Yeah,
so
the other is hard to find.
I've never seen a Plantation single barrel.
Never, I've never seen one.
I've got a bunch of them. Hold on.
Yeah, 4K you can come by.
Hold on.
Harder, but you can get
a lot of Plantation. The U.S.
We get to like the bottom one. That's all we get.
Oh yeah,
I can't. I honestly, I would love to be able to send these to you guys in the States, but it's just the fucking because I can't drink anymore. I can't drink this shit, so I don't know. Here.
Wow, damn, you have a ton of them. Shit, that's awesome. Yeah, I've never had any of the single one. That's very cool.
I can't have any of them anymore. I literally just bought this bottle. I can't even open it, and I'm pissed off.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
I just picked this one up. It's 45, I think.
Oh, I have that. That's the Trinidad 15?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it right here. This one is 43.2% ABV, done in red Pinot cask for 1 year, 10 years in bourbon cask, 4 years in Pierre Fernand cask.
This is 15.5 in bourbon, which was, I'm pretty sure... Yeah. Oh no, sorry, not in bourbon. An Kilchoman peated cask for 15 years.
Yeah, nice. I tell you, Plantation is like the best way to describe them. They're like the Diageo of the rum world. They have so much fucking money. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
So they're like when Jack Daniels decides that they want to compete. No one beats Jack Daniels if they decide that they want to make something good. Not when they decide to, they'll destroy Foursquare. It's just up to them because they have so much stock that they can do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah. But to get it, there's only one store in Austin that will carry this. No one else does. So you have to know where to look to get it in the U.S.
Yeah, Quebec for some reason we're really lucky. It's readily available plantation all the time. We always get all the single barrels come to us first. I think it's because
plantation I've got is a 5-year, just a regular.
Oh, I know why though. I understand why, because Quebec is French, and we have a deal with France, and plantation is a French company.
Yep,
So
they're owned by Pernod Ricard, I thought.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
So we got a deal with them. So I guess that's why we get all the shit here.
I just hate that freaking straw. Like, just give me the regular bottle.
You're taking the woven basket off of your bottle? What's the matter with you?
I hate it. It's so annoying. I don't need your little palm fronds.
So the other night, a few of the guys were talking about the Foursquare. I think it was the Nobillery or something from this year.
Nobly, yeah, that's a good one.
I've got a couple of Foursquares. They're a couple years old though, but I just rum's just not my thing.
Well, whenever you get your YouTube bottles from Iron, I'll give you all the Foursquares I got. I'll give you samples of all of them.
The ones I have here, Stephen Connor sent me the 2005, 2004, the Empery, and the 2007.
So Scott, I know from Patreon you have my address. Any of those Foursquare bottles you want to dispose of, I can take care of that for you. Just I try to help.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Yeah. I mean, that's noble of you.
I honestly no. There's a comment down below, and I honestly think I have no problem with Plantation changing their name. It's because they decided they wanted to change their name. They weren't told to change their name. No one said Plantation change your name. Plantation on their own volition decided to change their name. So I've got no problem with that. If Plantation wants to change their name, that's their decision. Yeah. I have no problem.
If they weren't getting a lot of outside pressure or something, and just decided on their own, saying, I'm not sure we like this, we're going to change the name. I can't possibly, okay, sure.
Yeah, it's their decision. If they feel like doing it, I have no issue with it. It's different than if they were forced to do it because, I don't want to call people names, but whatever. Some people
not a great thing. It can do a lot of harm quickly.
Yeah. So they decided they were going to be on top of it, and they decided they wanted to change it.
Okay.
Eric said, "I can't taste anything. I might as well drink the rum." So I'll grab the 2005 Foursquare.
So that's the question. So Scott, if you can't taste it, but can it still get you drunk? That's the real question.
Everything tastes like Tito's vodka to Scott right now.
So you take the pills that make anything sour sweet, and you drink alcohol and you just don't taste it?
Yeah. I can get, the thing is though, I can get like really sour stuff. I can get really salty stuff, really sweet. Not that I pick anything out, but it hits the palate, and does things that you recognize. But with whiskey, even like I had the first one I had blind the other night during my test was a Kilhoman Makir Bay, and that's pretty peaty. And I couldn't I thought maybe whatever it was I was drinking was very slightly peated. So I mean, it's with this, so this is the first time with the rum. It'll be interesting to see here what I get, if anything, differently at all.
I guess you just go straight to Octomore, Scott. Solve that problem.
Well, I tried the first one when COVID first hit and everything was completely gone. I poured Lefroy, the Carchus port and wine cask.
Yeah.
And I mean, nothing. I couldn't get a thing. I couldn't tell if it was water.
Oh my gosh.
Lemonade, anything.
Yeah, no, to whatever degree I had any sort of problems, were not even vaguely close to that.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And on the nose, I can't tell. But even with this is the Scotch, this is the rum. Yep. I can't tell a difference. I can't tell that there's.
Yeah. To the person talking about Eldorado is really hit and miss for me. They can make some superior, fucking amazing rums, and then they can just make a bunch of overly sugared crap that I can't take. It's very hit and miss.
No, I can't tell that's rum. I can tell it's high ABV and it's 59%. But I mean, there's no rum character on my palate. There's no rum characteristics or anything to it. It's just a high ABV alcohol.
You don't get any molasses?
Mm-mm.
Wow.
No, I wouldn't. I might think that was like a Elijah Craig barrel proof or something.
Yeah.
Just the way it's hitting the palate.
Wow.
Yeah,
I mean, I know I don't have exactly the same model that you've got, but it's going to be pretty close. And that's just, yeah.
But Scott, how do you feel with food? Does everything just kind of taste like porridge with no sugar in it?
At the first few weeks, everything there was nothing, no taste, no nothing. I get subtle hints now. I mean, I can kind of tell, but I mean, there's nothing. I make a good Philly cheesesteak with grilled mushrooms, and I put green peppers and onions on it. And I made some the other night, toasted the buns and everything. And man, I was so, oh man, these are going to be so good. And I'm eating it, and I'm thinking, what did I forget to put on this? I forgot
Salt.
I'm like, it's so bland. I'm like, what is the deal? And I'm like, well, shit, it's because of COVID. I can't taste.
You're going to be like,
everything's real muted. I mean, I'm maybe getting 10-20% of the taste that I should get.
You're gonna be like one of those 1840 miners and just like overspice all your food.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of spice. I use I've got a habanero salt that I put. I've been using the shit out of that on stuff just so I can get something. It's so weird. It's just stuff you don't think about.
I really hope you get better soon, bro.
Yeah.
When I'm in DFW, I'm bringing you this. It's called Homing Cask. It's so good.
Cool. Sounds good to me.
Somebody commented that wasn't any good. That was the worst thing they tasted.
That was Sam's reaction.
Oh.
To each their own.
That's right.
Yep.
It's not. It's a rum for whiskey drinkers. It tastes like a whiskey. It does not taste.
That sounds good to me. I definitely want to try that.
My favorite rum that I've ever had was a plantation. It was the Belize XO. That fucking rum. It's not a 50%er. It's about 46, 47, which is a sweet spot for rum. It's still an overproof. And it just knocked my fucking socks off. If any of you guys have had the single Belize XO from Plantation, that shit was just top line bet, and really a good. Like, I don't smoke cigars, but if I smoke cigars, it would definitely be like the cigar rum. Fuck.
I'm bringing this out for cigars on Friday.
Yeah, my wife's home, so she's yelling at you. You guys can stay on if you want to, though. But she's yelling.
Go.
It was getting to be about time for me to wind down anyways. I was thinking, Matt, about to wrap up. So
thanks for getting on. Well, Scott, hopefully you get better. Thanks for joining everybody.
Yeah.
And we'll do a little bit more tomorrow for day 23. So cheers, everybody. Night.
Cheers.
Cheers.